Currently, Agile stands as the most widely adopted SDLC model. Though there are several Agile methodologies like Scrum, Kanban, etc., Scrum is the most prominent one. So, we will learn more about Agile Scrum model. Agile follows an iterative and incremental approach, emphasizing flexibility and collaboration. Let's understand it well. What is meant by iterative? Because it involves repetitive development cycles, meaning you do a set of tasks to achieve some goals and then repeat the same for another set of goals and so on. Now, what is incremental? The large work is divided into manageable units called sprints. Each sprint focuses on delivering a usable portion of the software product. And by adding features incrementally after each sprint, the overall software application gradually grows. Agile emphasizes flexibility. The project team can work based on the changing circumstances, customer feedback, and evolving project requirements. That means you don't need to have all the requirements finalized in the beginning of the project. The customer can make changes at any time. Agile emphasizes collaboration, meaning Agile creates an environment where team members and other stakeholders work together closely, leading to improved communication, faster problem resolution, and better overall outcomes. A sprint is a short development cycle, typically lasting 2 to 4 weeks, and the duration of the sprint will be same throughout the project. So in simple terms, a sprint is a predefined duration of work in which the team focuses on a set of features or tasks. Let's try to understand it better. You have a large set of requirements for a project. You take a subset of them and work on it in a sprint. So you plan what you work on, build the requirements, test them, and finally review them with all the stakeholders. The team produces a usable portion of the product at the end of each sprint. By adding features incrementally after each sprint, the overall software application gradually grows. User story, or simply a story, is the term used in Agile to refer to a requirement. It's a concise, informal description of a functionality from an end user's perspective. In Agile, a particular format is used to document a story. Here you can see a format. As a particular user, I want to perform something so that something will happen. Now consider an example here. As a website visitor, I want to be able to reset my password so that I can regain access to my account if I forget my password. Now let's understand two important terminologies: product backlog and sprint backlog. Product backlog is the whole set of stories for the product, whereas sprint backlog is a subset of stories selected from the product backlog for a specific sprint. In Agile Scrum process, there are multiple sprints. Each sprint takes a subset of features from product backlog, plans them, build them, test them, review and deliver a usable portion of the product. The product is incremented after each sprint through the iterative cycles. There are different roles in Agile Scrum process: product owner, Scrum Master, and the project team. Let's understand each one of them in detail. Product owner acts as a virtual customer and is responsible for defining and prioritizing the features. He works closely with various stakeholders and communicates priorities to the Scrum team. He makes decisions to ensure that the product meets user needs and delivers value. A Scrum Master is like a coach for the team and helps the team follow rules of Scrum, remove any obstacles, and ensure smooth communication. That's a Scrum Master is a facilitator who assists the team in working efficiently and achieving high quality results. The Scrum team is made up of developers, testers, BAs, and anyone else needed. BAs or business analysts document user stories, developers do coding, and testers test the product against the user stories. In the sprint planning meeting, the team reviews and prioritizes items from the product backlog and determine which user stories or tasks will be part of the upcoming sprint, creating a sprint backlog and estimating the effort for each item. The team evaluates its sprint capacity, taking into account factors such as team's availability and potential impediments. They identify and assign detailed tasks for each user story, ensuring a well-defined implementation plan. By the end of the sprint planning meeting, the team should have a comprehensive plan and shared understanding of the work to be completed in the upcoming sprint. A backlog refinement session or grooming session is a collaborative meeting conducted by Agile teams to review and refine the items listed in the product backlog. During these sessions, the team members discuss and clarify the user stories, features, and tasks in the backlog to ensure they are well defined, properly prioritized, and ready for implementation in upcoming sprints. The goal is to refine the backlog items to a level of detail that allows the development team to understand and estimate the effort required to complete them effectively. These sessions help ensure that the backlog is up to date, prioritized based on business value, and aligned with the project goals and objectives. Daily stand-up meetings, also known as daily scrums, are brief daily meetings conducted by Agile teams to synchronize activities, share progress, and address any impediments. These meetings are typically last around 15 minutes and are held at the same time and place every day to maintain consistency. During the stand-up, each team member answers 3 questions. What did I accomplish yesterday? What will I work on today? Are there any obstacles or challenges blocking my progress? By answering these questions, team members keep each other informed about their progress, identify any potential roadblocks, and collaborate to find solutions. A sprint review, also known as sprint demo, occurs at the end of each sprint cycle. Its primary purpose is to evaluate the work completed during the sprint and gather feedback from stakeholders. During the sprint review, the development team demonstrates the functionality implemented during the sprint to stakeholders, including product owners, customers, and other relevant parties. The team showcases the completed user stories, features, or tasks highlighting the progress made and any challenges encountered. Stakeholders have the opportunity to provide feedback, ask questions, and suggest improvements based on the demonstrated functionality. The sprint review promotes collaboration, transparency, and continuous improvement by ensuring that the work aligns with stakeholder expectations and business needs. It also serves as an essential checkpoint to validate progress and adjust priorities for future sprints. A retrospective meeting or retro is like a team huddle held at the end of each sprint in Agile development. During this meeting, team members talk about what went well and what could be improved in their work process. They share ideas for making things better next time and come up with some specific actions to try in the next sprint. It's all about learning from past experiences and getting better as a team.